Let's clear the air here. This is not a retarded interview. We've done many of them in the
past.
It
is clearly retarded because you're involved.
Yes. All right. So,
and I'm slightly retarded myself, so we are simpatico.
And I'd also like to say that I'm not drunk at this time. Are you?
Yeah. No.
All right.
So the 2 pluses right there.
I heard the song Waiting for the Sun on the new Sanctuary album, but I didn't see the retail version anywhere with that. Is that just for journalists? What's the story with that?
It was a bonus track for Europe. You know, the classic way labels try to rape people out of buying an extra copy. They didn't put it on the US version. But yeah, hey, now that Century Media has been consumed by Sony, it's just going to get worse. Probably. I don't know.
Sanctuary changed from Refuge Denied to Into the Mirror Black, and it changed yet again for the new album.
Yep.
I don't want to say it's hippie-like, but talk about why it's so different from the previous albums.
Well, I think, we had such a big gap in there. I think the natural progression of what the band would have been if we would have stuck together through all those times, I think this is exactly where we would have been. So we just kind of hit the pause button and then hit click in the future. And I'm pretty happy with the direction. I mean, I always knew Sanctuary was going to change anyway, because like you said, we did change a lot from Refuge to Mirror Black. So it's only logical that we would change a little bit again, for the new record, the reunion record. But I know people are going to say, you're probably going to ask this question, so I'm going to save my answer. It sounds like Nevermore. Yeah, of course, because I'm the singer, but the music is completely fucking different. There you go. I got that out of my system.
Do you think that diabetes will never be cured because it's just so good for the economy?
There's already a cure, dude. You know it. There's a cure for AIDS. There's a cure for diabetes. There's a cure for cancer. It's all about maintenance and drug companies covering shit up. That's just my conspiracy theory. I don't know if I'm right, but I probably am.
Has diabetes affected your attitude?
Well, not really my attitude. It's just affected the way I eat for the most part. Some days I just want to get up and eat a fucking gigantic donut and a Snickers bar, but I can't do it. And that's torture. Trust me, because I love me some Snickers. Who doesn't?
Were you in a King Diamond cover band in your youth?
No, I did my best in the first band. Well, not my first band, but Serpent's Night. I thought I was King Diamond, and back then, I was in my early 20s, and I could fucking hit notes that shattered glass. I'm old and worn out now, so I'm pretty useless, but I'm still trying.
Is there a cattiness between you and Jeff Tate?
I don't even know the guy, so no, not at all.
Were you a fan of his music?
Of course. I was never the biggest Queensryche fan, to tell you the truth. But I love Rage for Order. I love Operation Mindcrime. And actually, I really, really like their new record. It's fucking great. It is really good. And way to go for them, because they got a guy that can still sing those high notes. It's funny because, I read an interview with Jeff Tate where he was saying nobody cares about Queen of the Reich. Nobody knows those old songs right, dude. You just don't want to do it. But hey, I break it out and do Battle Angels. Even if I suck, I still make an attempt to do it to make fucking people happy. That dude needs to take the same mindset, because when you disappoint your fans, you disappoint yourself, for me anyway. And that's just, whatever. It is what it is.
In the Warrel Dane solo album, who were you talking about in the song Brother?
I was talking about my brother.
Really? And what do you mean when you say, I was just too young?
When my father died in the hospital room, my brother was there with me, and he told my mom, he shouldn't be going through this. He's just too young.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's all very, very audible.
All right, this question you might let's bring the mood up a little.
Okay.
You might tell me to shut the hell up, but
Okay.
I heard that when you were passed out, someone took your phone and texted Jeff Loomis and said, "Hey, let's do another Nevermore album." Is that true?
No.
So he would think that you actually wanted to
No,
do it.
no, that's not true.
And you're okay with me putting this joke on?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. That's totally not true. Nobody stole my phone and texted Jeff.
But by totally not true, is there going to be a Goodbye Nevermore album or no?
We'll see, dude. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure. Right now, I'm focused on this and my solo stuff. So this is priority. You know, Nevermore's in the back seat, and if it happens, it happens. I would love it to be with Jeff, but I don't know if that's in the cards.
The Politics of Ecstasy is an album that was not given the remaster treatment with the bonus tracks and everything else was. Why?
Right. I don't know. I would love for that record to be remastered. Although I think it sounds fine the way it is. But yeah, that song. I mean, that record has a lot of my favorite songs on it, but it's kind of the dark horse. Kind of like it's weird because I talk to some people that, you know, some people say Obsidian Conspiracy, the last one, is our worst record, and then at the same time, there's people that tell me that's your fucking best record. And somebody, this is way out of the blue, and I'm pretty sure it's not true, but it's like Led Zeppelin Presence. It's a dark horse, but that is my favorite Zeppelin album, and the Obsidian Conspiracy is my favorite Nevermore record. I'm like, well, that's a really wacko analogy, but I kind of get it. But I think that record, Jeff was not as focused. And he keeps telling people he wrote simple songs to give me more room as a vocalist. Well, I think maybe we were all on autopilot on that record, but I'm totally happy with it. I love that record. As a whole, I think it could have been better, but there's a couple songs that are really, really close to me on that one.
All right, I guess personality questions, because people will have asked you pretty much anything else related musically. Have you ever looked at yourself today and wondered, did you take the wrong path in life?
Yeah, of course I have. Because, you know, my bank account is not as big as people would think, because, you know, when you're a musician like this, you don't make a shitload of money. I really wish I would have stayed in college and got my degree in psychology and all that shit. Didn't happen. At a very young age, I got a record deal with fucking Epic. I was just a fucking kid, and I quit college. My parents were so fucking pissed off. And if I could go back, I would like to I wish I would have found a way to do both at the same time, to go on tour and be in a fucking metal band and still finish school. I guess, you know, you can still finish school no matter how old you are. So maybe at some point I'll go back and try to learn something new again. I don't know.